He seems to have great intuition on what he can and can't do. I don't think he's just doing blind all-ins. I mean, he's doing really, you know, consolidated. I see what he's doing. I'm going to do this to counteract it.
Yeah, it seems to be studying pretty well.
Which I don't blame him. Alright, coolness. I really love it every time when I hit the nameplates that they always spawn in the correct direction. Ever since Exiled, you know, complained about that. But anyways, top right, Mr. Kaiser on a 3-0 run. Doing great work against the Trg team. We have in the top left Sync, hoping to end this domination that's going on. Prove that, you know, Trg's ready to compete with this guy. Considering this is Kaiser is the first master that Bubble's put out, so he's really been doing work so far.
Yeah, he's a good player. I'm still kind of salty about losing to him, but whatever.
I mean, he pretty much did exactly the same thing you did, except he went around on that upper path and you had no idea that it was coming. So, and he was I had a 2-drone advantage, but you were slightly faster. But by the time you did that cross map position, your advantage was taken away in terms of, you know, instantaneous effect.
Yeah. Interesting. Sync actually going for barracks first. He normally likes to go CC on the low ground.
Honestly, could be because if he's been watching these games, he knows that Kaiser does an early scout, which he is neglecting to do this game. Oh, no, he actually did. Just kidding. I saw it down there. I would be scared to death to do barracks first against Kaiser, knowing how well he likes to punish any discrepancy he sees in your build early on.
Yeah. No gas, however, so it looks like it's just going to be one max extend.
Yeah, that's actually most likely what it's going to be. Assume it's probably going to be on the high ground, or you think I'll put it on the low ground?
Low ground, because he's spamming that SCV.
Well, other than seeing that, what do you think now? No, absolutely.
Well, every single time I play against him, he always puts it on the low ground because he doesn't want me to cax him.
I actually think I
thinks the same way.
I played him once, or it's the other guy. We have 2 Terrans on this team that are named Sync, don't we? We have like D-Sync and Sync. I don't remember which one I played, but I proxy hatched one of them. I think they learned their lesson ever since.
Storm, I think, is another one that gets proxy hatched a lot.
Oh, I do that to Storm all the time, but Storm just asks for it. Storm will, you know.
Yeah.
He's so
learning
greedy.
though, so it's fine.
Oh, he's got a better record against me, so I'm not complaining against it. Sync did get that bunker up a little bit earlier last time. Not sure if that's an effect of whether or not he decided to learn from the last game when he sent out those 2 early links to cancel the depot on that. Or the
this
bunker.
is huge.
Oh, losing that Overlord, that's not good.
Rosaya says to turn on the production tab. Surprisingly, that doesn't supply what Kaiser at all. And whoops, he forgot to pull 1 drone out of the gas. Maybe it's on purpose, I don't know. It doesn't look like he's gonna go for a Blame Bless this game though.
I think keeping that 1 guy on gas is intentional. He just moved it to 3 now anyways.
Oh, really? So, I guess he's adapting into what he saw. Yeah, the Overlord's right there, so he knows what's going on. So it looks like we're gonna see another Baneling bust.
Yeah, honestly, that might be all he knows how to do. It's tough to decide now. Don't want to neglect him too much credit, but he's been really spot on with his timing pushes.
Oh, Overlord speed. This is interesting. Maybe Baneling drops.
You know what's really sad is that I main Zerg, and I'm a little confused by the fact that you could get Zerg or Overlord speed without the layer. Shows how much I pay attention.
Just like how you were like freaking out about how he's making a spore without an evolution chamber.
Exactly. I might be getting too old for this game.
Roach weren't on the way, so we all know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. What's really odd to me is he decided to get a spine crawler this time. That just really confuses me. I can't imagine he thinks he's gonna do anything. I mean, why would you make that if you're gonna be putting all the early aggression? I don't imagine he expects to get hard countered. He's actually getting a third this time. And did they ping? Did he kill that Overlord?
Yeah, he looks like he killed the Overlord. Alright, so Widowmine's in position. There are 2 eBays and a starport, standard. Third CC now getting morphed into an orbital. I'm still kind of worried of whether or not he can hold this off because he's not making that many units. Just 2 Marines at a time still.
Yeah, he's really centralized on the mid to late game. He did double engineering bay. Still really trying to spread it as thin as he can to get the best economy that he could possibly achieve. But looks like Kaiser's kind of falling along lines with that suit, getting double Evo as well, and doesn't look like any of these players are really going to throw out any aggression anytime soon.
Yeah, looks like just a standard macrogram, and Sync is actually going into tank progression, which is sort of interesting. We don't really see that much often anymore.
Oh, no we don't. Might be a little bit worried about what he saw in the other games. Zerg's actually floating 1,000 minerals right now.
Floating everything. What's he gonna dump that into?
Got the Baneling Nest. I mean, he could just throw it into a bunch of roaches, but I don't see why he would be waiting this long, because there's no point.
1-1 ranged on the way also. He might be actually waiting for a 1-1 timing.
Right, but there's no reason to be just holding up on Larva for no reason because of that.
Yeah, I don't actually know what he's doing saving up all this larva. He's actually got 22 larvae saved up. Ooh, that's a money scan.
You can most certainly spend it. Yeah, that pretty much sees everything that's going on.
Yeah, and immediately starts throwing down more bunkers.
These two siege tanks should be able to wreck whatever's going to come.
Yeah, the siege tanks will be enough. Widowmine drop along with 4 Marines loading up. And what's important, I think, to note is that Sync is in a huge lead in Harvester, 63 to 47 of Kaiser.
I mean, he...
Although, if he's just going to Roach Bane all in, then that makes sense. As we see his force moving across the map.
Yep, got that, and we do have the drop up in the top mid position. It's kind of hanging out probably right next to the Overlord. I'm sure you can see that, and he actually does have some units in position for it.
Oh, here we go.
Got the Viking
the Widowmines are unburrowed. This could be bad. Does he know those are unburrowed? Yeah, he does. Oh, no, he doesn't.
Ooh, that was a great connection they got there. Still a lot of... cleaned up the siege tanks and all that. We still have a lot of stuff here. And a bunch of Zerglings coming in. Man, this is really surprising that this is working out so well.
Ooh, that Widowmine. Huge connection. 13 kills on that Widowmine.
I don't think it's going to be enough, though. He has so much stuff just completely... Well, I didn't see that bunker up there. It looks like he's actually going to clean this up.
He actually holds quite well, and Kaiser going back to droning.
Got an infestation pit to boot as well. Infestation pits, my favorite Zerg unit that Zerg building that we have going on right so far, because it's like the only Zerg building I think that exists that actually doesn't give a 100% giveaway is what a Zerg's going to do. It could be Swarm Host, could be Hive, could be Infester, you know. I feel like every race has that except for Zerg, and that's why I really like that building.
Actually, melee attack started now. So he looks like he's just going to transition into a huge Ling Bling army. No Spire yet, which is kind of interesting. But it doesn't look like he's going to be forcing the issue on trying to break this now.
It's a nice sensor tower he has. Don't really see these around this point of the game. Baneling's coming up on the 3rd. Didn't really
Joke's
do
on
much.
you, Kaiser. Well, concussive shell's just about to finish if you had him there.
Could have got those roaches. Really like to see him do a little bit more harassing at this point of the game. That Viking over there has been wonderful in that not only is it getting the overlords, but it's denying the vision, which is most important. Because it allows him to get those drops in there with a little reaction time.
Kaiser actually throwing down 3 spores.
Got Kaiser
Probably
moving out
just
again.
Yep. Where are his siege tanks? He doesn't have any anymore. Uh-oh. 2-2 about to finish, though. That should be enough. And the fact that he's such a huge lead in supply.
Oh yeah, 2-2 against... What is that?
I don't know if he has an SCV in that army.
You never know. Those Widow Mines, probably not going to get any shots off. Looks like everything's going to move out of range, but those units decide to retreat.
Sync's just going to be fine right here.
The upgrades are really just not allowing the Zerg to do anything efficient, which is what they have to do when it's, you know, equal base against equal base. He did try to do a little bit of pressure on the 3rd. Actually got up the lift. How many workers did he kill over there? I didn't check.
Wow, he's actually killed 27 SCVs.
That must have been really well over there. I think he probably got them all. Fortunately, we weren't looking.
Alright, so Hive is done. +3 Carapace on the way, as well as Adrenal Glands. Looks like he's going to be transitioning to standard Ultra. I'm interested in is what he's going to do with that Overlord drop that just finished.
Oh, that would be actually really interesting. An Overlord drops of just anything on the mineral lines will wreak havoc. He has nothing to defend against that, and honestly, it's something you don't see that much.
Oh, these Widow Mines. Not actually going to get any off. But it doesn't matter. 2-2 units are pretty good.
The supply advantage is just ridiculous now. Caught him kind of right in the middle of his Hive tech. He's a little bit unprepared for this. And even if you do get Ultralisk, if you're on equal base and you don't have Infestors, it's really tough to even still trade efficiently. Because Marauders can just kite an Ultralisk forever. Splitting up his army, which is good. Cutting off production on one end, getting the expansions, and doesn't leave him susceptible to Baneling attacks.
I don't think there's much that Kaiser can do anymore. This game is pretty over.
Yeah, doesn't have any